Hello, my name is Matthias Fuchs from Sweden University. The research I'm talking about has been conducted together with Professor Wolfram Höpken from Ravensburg University, Germany, and the graduated student Tobias Eberle, now a software developer. I'm talking about how the data from Google Maps can be used to monitor cultural tourism. Why are we interested in this type of research? Cultural tourism is highly fragmented. Cultural tourism experience is little understood, and there is a lack of data. And we believe that Google Maps provides inexpensive and adequate data for this purpose. We see tourism monitoring from two perspectives: a supply side perspective, where all Google places considered as cultural by the respective supplier can be shown in terms of their geographical distribution. And from a demand side perspective, we are interested in the experience outcomes analyzed by feedback as user-generated content. Here you can see the various information types and information elements within Google Maps data, particularly reviews, and the name of the place is important for our purpose. Of course, we applied or employed the Google Maps Places API, which has been filtered through a geo shape, which has been created by the Geographical Information System ArcGIS, so that we only gained data from Sweden. At the end, we had about 14,000 place types, which then have been transformed into place categories manually: heritage, tourism, arts, religious, natural heritage tourism, respectively, as proposed by the literature. When it comes to user-generated content, we applied a web scraper to finally retrieve about 350,000 review data. For the analysis of this review data, sentiment analysis was employed, a lexicon-based approach using word lists from Leo, which has positive and negative words. For each word from each sentence is compared, and depending on the dominance of positive or negative words, the respective sentence is considered positive or negative. Also, we form topic clusters with latent Dirichlet allocation. This is basically an unsupervised machine learning approach to classify words in topic clusters, which then have been related and mapped to place type and sentiment. Here we see the distribution of the cultural tourism supply over Sweden. We see that the religious tourism is dominant, followed by natural heritage and classical heritage tourism and arts tourism. And finally, here we can do a regional monitoring from a particular region, Kronoberg in this case, which shows a very evenly distributed cultural tourism dominated by art, tourism galleries, animal parks, and churches. In contrast, we have another region, Westerorland, which is basically showing archaeological sites, parks, as well as churches, mostly among the seaside and in the south. Here we see now such a topic cluster, which is shown for the arts tourism. So we can learn from the most important words used to describe this cultural tourism's area by the visitors, and most important also the positive and negative words attached to this topic. If this is done for all cultural tourism areas, we see that the arts tourism and the cultural heritage area, although being small by size, ranks way more positive in terms, in evaluative terms, than the natural and the religious tourism, natural heritage tourism and the religious tourism. This has been also conducted over time dynamically, so we also can learn from interesting tendencies, or by region, by splitting the various segments or elements of the judgment in the reviews, being negative, neutral, or positive. Another alternative is to use a sentiment score, which is the aggregate, and then benchmarking it to all other regions from Sweden. So I'm already at the end. We think that this is an inexpensive and appropriate alternative to use this type of data. There are limitations. Not all reviews show review data, and we excluded adjectives in our analysis. And in the future, we want also analyze the sequence of places visited, and also we are interested in the restart of tourism after COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you. Let's discuss.